overhang the world right now. Basically, it's not just the United States that is affected with these elections, but right now, we are saying this has happened. Quite a turning event. Because when you say turning event, it means that most persons was expected Camilla to win the election. I'm saying if she had won, how would you have felt in terms of the security, the way the world would feel right now? How would you think it would work in terms of the mindset of people? What do you think?
Well, so my understanding of the question is, what would cause me to think differently if Kamala had won?
Yeah, because right now there's uncertainties on this one, but then what would be for you?
Right. So again, just to be clear, my uncertainties are premised on what happened the first time around.
Okay.
As well as the assurances.
Let's make it up. History. All right.
Both history as well as current. I mean, if you listen to what transpired on the campaign trail, the utterances were, for me, literally scary. And scary because when it was evident that the information that was being perpetrated was incorrect, it wasn't a case where it was corrected. There was a justification. And so when I say I do not understand it, I am speaking because I honestly don't understand it. So I think in the turnout, there would have been, from my perspective, a little bit of sanity. The expectation would have been along the normal lines of things, that things would be, I wouldn't say normal, meaning that there would have been some level of coherence, some level of structure. I didn't get that the first time. The campaign didn't give me any confidence. That for me is where there's a big gap that
So you're saying that Camilla didn't deliver.
Don't understand it.
Yeah, and you're saying that the Camilla.
When you look at how strong the support was,
okay,
how many people came out. When you look at relative to the last time, the support was so much stronger this time around, and I don't understand why. I personally don't understand why.
Well, all right, Lady Elise. Sorry.
Unfortunately, it means that all of us will be impacted. Every single nation will be impacted by this decision. But I can tell you, there is this feeling of great concern as to what it will look like.
Lady Elise, yes. Lady Elise, the blonde this morning. I'm telling you, is that easy? Is that easy to wake up in the morning and see a blonde black woman? But it's normal these days to see blonde black people. Come on. I've seen worse. I've seen black women with eyelashes longer than my rake. My yard garden rake, like that. So don't worry. I've seen. Yes. but
well,
The question is this morning: do you see me as a different person? I'm
Well, I'm certainly seeing you as I'm a different colored hair person. But you know, what does affect people sometimes, you know, is this that sometimes by what we look like, we appears different, so people start to think about us differently. Even if, you know, it's like saying, but I'm still the same person. I'm still the same person. The appearance will change, and it causes the person to think, "Oh, what's going on with Lady Elise this morning? She has gotten blonde hair overnight, you know, or she's now blonde." The last time I saw her last year, she was having her lock hair and she was all Rastafarian, and this today she is all blonde, and you know, people are asking the question, "What's going on?" You know, and I mean, I would say that I hear Coralie coming up with a question or something.
Well, we're living in this. Well, first, we're living in the age where transformation is
Is
instant.
is
You know, you
extra
need to just
topic.
do one or two things and you can change the look. That's how advanced
Wow.
we are. So, as you mentioned, Lady Elise can be wearing locks 1 minute.
Yes.
She can transform into what it is that she would like to look like, anyway different from what she was. But then I'm observing. Lady Elise was asked to weigh in on the outcome. Is that your response to redirect the question, Lady Elise?
Well, this is what's happening. This is what's happening.
Guys, expect the unexpected.
you
So
know,
this morning,
um,
that is the lesson. But
so I think we're gonna be doing a lot of that for.
Yeah,
because
we are going to this with the conversation. All right, so
Well, we're gonna have to learn it very quick.
I've lost that conversation a while ago, Corey.
No, I was saying we're gonna have to learn it very
We're
right.
going
I'm saying
to
we're gonna
learn
have
it.
to learn it very quickly because
Yes.
we're going to have to pivot very, very soon. Exactly. And we have less than 2 months to do so because in January, when he takes office, we wouldn't have any other time. You know, it's going to be the show is going to be on the road. You know, he is going to definitely pivot. So immediately, Lady Elise has gone blonde, and there are a lot of connotations with blondness. So I'm not sure what is the thinking behind that choice.
It went blonde immediately as that.
don't judge me, guys. I'm just,
Oh God! You know, great, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't.
what? I don't want to be the laughing stock.
No, it's not. It's not a laughing stock today, no, Lady Elise. It's just the concept of the thinking that you are just the example of what's going to be happening soon. You know, like more women are going to go blonde quicker than
But
usual.
it's so sentimental. It's not just for the.
Yeah, I would suspect that is true. Quite a few men are going blonde as well. Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. It is actually time for our devotional.
It got me cracked up this morning. Ladies, if it's time for devotional this morning,
Yes, time for devotional. Let's
yes,
get right into it.
Not long ago, I saw the name Living Large on a boat in a Grand Haven, Michigan marina. I'm not sure what that meant to the boat owner, but to many people, living large means to own the best possessions, to take the most exotic vacations, to buy whatever you want, to live life extravagantly. That kind of life, however, doesn't bring true purpose or satisfaction. Followers of Jesus Christ are to live large in a different way, as seen in the example of the Apostle Paul and of his co worker Timothy. Paul told the Corinthians, "Our heart is wide open." The King James Version puts it like this: "Our heart is enlarged." They had given their wholehearted affection to the people, just as a father does to his children as he wraps them in his arms. Now they wanted the same response, so Paul requested, "Now in return for the same, you also be open." A large hearted person shows his affection with his words and actions, freely and generously. As believers, let's live large today and freely welcome and embrace others in love. Love through me, love of God. There is no love in me. O fire of love, light thou the love that burns perpetually. Or quote from Shakespeare reads, "They do not truly love who do not show their love." End quote.
Take a look into the mirror. See the world you've never seen. Say a bird
change certainly begins with these emotional bonds and all this fun that we have having good time here on Breakfast Hour. Of course, I am Lady Elise. I don't have to reintroduce myself. And of course, today I've got my listener here. His name is Mikey.
Well,
Provocatively. Good morning
This is gonna
again
be good.
to those on Facebook, those on YouTube, those who are listening online at the www.flashpoint.ky. Special big up to the lady Lucy in St. Lucia. Sister Lucy sent us a message last week. She said, I must big up the entire Flashpoint team. And I noticed we have added a new VIP as well. Welcome to the family. I'm excited. You know, it's nice when right there, Cyrus.
Oh, shout out to shout out to Sister Lucy, and again, we certainly encourage and welcome participation, comments, all our viewers and listeners, because we're doing it for you. This is your program. And so if you participate, it reminds us that you are, well, it tells us that you're locked in and that you're connecting with us. So by all means, share your thoughts, share your comments, and more importantly, share the link so that others can benefit as well.
well, so I add my quota of, good morning to the St. Lucians, all the way, we have quite a few St. Lucian friends in the Cayman Islands, especially, we want to big up all our St. Lucian friends. I have one special friend that is back in St. Lucia that I have not seen for quite a while now, and I want to say good morning to her as well, But yeah, I want to say good morning to Miss Lucy this morning, and of course to all the family across there in St. Lucia and in the Grand Cayman this morning. Of course, big up all our VIP members this morning, and of course, just to make you know that Coralie, Karen has told me exactly why Lady Elise has gone blonde this morning, and now I just have to keep that in mind. I mean, I'm thinking about it all morning, and it's cracking me up. I can't stop. My mind can't leave me. It won't allow me. That song says, "You
Focus.
only won't leave me alone." But this one won't leave me alone at all.
color, color your interpretation or impression of Lady Elise.
All right, so let's have the discussion. All right, so suppose my hair was black. Would you think any different? Suppose it was black.
Well, okay, so
Yes.
I'm going to ask CoraleeKaren this
Yes,
morning the question, and let her answer.
I will hasten to say yes. I will think it would be natural or closer to natural, but because blonde has a special connotation, I believe deliberately moving in that direction speaks volumes.
That's discrimination right there. That's discrimination. Here is here. It doesn't matter the color, if it's black or blonde or brown, it's what's inside.
No, but then, well, I will say well, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly that's exactly what it is saying. So I give you so if you're passing a location, a building is a building is a building, right? And if you see outside the building a Jerry and nephew bottle
Yes,
and a shot glass,
yes.
what would be your first inclination of what that bar is of sorry that
Billing,
establishment that
that
building
billing.
is
It's a
offering?
bar. It's a bar. It's obviously a bar.
But
Yes,
when you
what
walk
building is
inside,
offering if on the outside
Okay.
a shot glass and a bottle of Jerry and nephew?
so when you walk inside, there's a church going on.
I would
Exactly.
love
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just. I'm not. I'm
Saying
not.
that it
I'm
is very
not.
spirited going on, a lot of spirit going on in the.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Well, we are looking at this morning. It's a
Yeah.
very interesting event, the CoraleeKaren. Is this the thing is this? A lot of persons have the same problem going on.
Yes.
On the outside, they feel like a man, but on the inside, they feel like blonde. You know, yeah.
Why do we always have to go back?
I didn't go there. I did not.
Why do we?
I'm just explaining what you just said about the what Karen said a while ago about the outside being that shot glass with the wine, and then inside is a church. And you said it's okay. There's a church inside, but then here's a man who says I am a man on the outside, but I feel like a woman inside, and so I must be a woman because there's a woman inside somewhere. I don't know. I just say that in the changing times, like what we are looking at,
Ex-
Karen explained it well. I am all in there. I'm understanding it even better, even 20 right now more than I have understood it before.
Yeah, nonetheless, although you're all distracted by my appearance this morning,
Except though my my analogy was speaking to the fact that what is displayed outside is reflective of what is inside.
are you saying that yesterday I was a different person and today, because
All
I'm
right.
wearing
All
my
right.
hair,
What was the
I'm
question?
a new
So let me
person?
ask Lady Elise. May I ask a question? What was the intention of one, the color, and two, of changing their appearance?
All right, hold on. Let me ask this question first. Before you answer that one, Lady Elise, I want to say something here. I ask a question. Maybe benefit for some of our listeners who are listening because they may have seen this phenomenon more than often and they don't know what they're looking at. So let's ask the question. All right, we have one of our church brothers, our sisters. Let's say a church sister because let's go there quickly. And so she's at church all the years, for 20 years she has been coming to church and been there all the time. And then you see her now in blonde hair, long eyelashes, and claw-like nails, right? Now you see your sister coming to church. She didn't appear like that when she started out in the faith, but now she came blonde. This is a phenomenon that is popular everywhere now within our ranks. We see this more popular
Why
now.
would you judge me?
No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. But you see your sister. I'm just in line with what CoraleeKaren said earlier. What she said earlier was that we're not judging anybody, but we are saying this lady was coming to church all the days of her life, and she, natural hair and everything, and well dressed Christian lady. But now when you see her the next time, she has on blonde hair. Let's go. Blonde hair and long eyelashes, long claw-like nails. And I'm saying you're seeing this phenomenon, and it's everywhere right now. I'm asking a question. Here's the question now, because I just wanted to just put it there. Is she the same person as the one before, or is a different individual?
Are you asking me if I'm the same person?
No, not you, not you. I'm just putting a hypothetical out there just to ask a question, and it's on the table for anyone to answer. Anyhow you choose, it's fine.
Coralie, you take it.
Um, well,
I don't
again,
want it to be politically
we're in
correct.
the age
Let's
where we
let's lay it on the
can.
table thick as you can. Let it rip.
Well, I don't know how else to be because because the truth is no, I'm very tactful and politically correct. So Lady Elise maybe need to to help me. Lay down thick, Lady Elise.
I'm waiting. I am waiting.
I want it to be as tactful as you can if you feel like tact is the thing to do now. And I just tell me what you think. I just ask the question. It's a simple one. It's not very difficult. It's not anything that we don't see. It's something that is now normalized or being normalized right now within our churches. Right now, it's being normalized. So let's call a spade a spade. This is not a new convert, This is not somebody who came in like in a crusade, and the person is struggling with whether or not they are still in the world or are coming in. And you have to give them that time to really make that change, or allow that transitional period. This is somebody who has been in the church for 20 years, 10 years, and has been conformed to Christian living and how a Christian appearance should look like. And then we are now saying that Christian appearance don't have any particular look. You can't just look, and then so now she came in and she started wearing the different look. And so we are asking, what's your take on it?
You're hurting my feelings now. I mean, why are you being so harsh? So are you saying if I come to the temple, I'm coming to church, and I'm wearing this, I would not receive the same amount of love and care? Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
I don't know if Lady CoraleeKaren want to answer that. I'm still standing by on the conversation on that question. I'll answer it afterwards. I suppose you want to be tactful in that as well.
Well,
I don't want to be.
well, here's the thing. My position is this. Right?
Yes.
That it is going to cause a stir. It is going to, the reaction from the congregation is going to be one of curiosity, maybe. But I would want to caution us that the outer appearance is one thing. Maybe the person is going through a situation where they're just testing it out. We hear of stories where there's this one story, and Michael, I'm not taking away your repertoire of stories.
Shoot story. No worries. I am up for one more story.
What came readily to mind is the story about the gentleman who appeared in church to be dirty, ragged, and just out of place, and an obstacle, or to the congregation. And as it turned out, it was a test because he was a visiting, and the whole idea was to see how true our brotherly love let's be careful how we judge, because you don't know what's going on with the individual. I think
Lady Coralie,
if we see something that is looking a little different, if we're not bold enough to embrace that person and seek that friendly interaction, don't just conform.
I'm missing some of the conversation just now, Lady Coralie. But the
Please
last
don't
part of
judge
it.
me. Don't judge me.
But what was evident that she said was, and I like the part that she said, that there are persons who may dress up and come to church just to get the reaction from Percy if they're really loving kind of people. I can understand that, and I see that. I couldn't figure it. I couldn't figure out. I don't know. I couldn't figure out why so many people nowadays have on these long claws and these fake eyelashes and these different color years coming, and they were not doing that a long time ago. I know they're doing it, and then and they we and I so I know no I
Could
so I
be that
don't
the person
understand
is just
what you
with
just said a while ago.
themselves. It could
Explain
be
it
a
very good for
fun
me.
of
I,
them.
I see now what's happening. I understand what's
Yeah, but
happening.
then things, what comes
Trying
with
to get a
that,
response
we're
from
constantly
if they are
growing
loving
and we're
people.
constantly, changing. And so sometimes we're going through maybe a rough patch and
Oh,
it is evident in how we carry ourselves. This is maybe how the person is dealing with it.
so you are saying Lady CoraleeKaren.
So
I know Lady Elise wanted to say
you
something a
never
while ago.
know.
I'm hearing you. I know Lady
I
Elise wanted
wanted
to say
to
something.
say,
I leave it.
I wanted to see what reaction I would get this morning, and if I would be just as loved and cared for, um, you know,
Well, well, the real truth is this. The real truth is what based on what CoraleeKaren said a while ago. Based on what she just said, all right. Based on what she just said, here's the context of our conversation. That we have to now check and wonder if there's something going on inside, because we now need to know if
Why do you have to check?
because evidence that you said that the person because you said no listen
No.
no listen you said that the persons when they come in the temple and they look different now they didn't look like that before there may be something that they are going through so
But you have to be
there's a
careful that
marker that we could
you
use to say we could go and talk
don't
to the
approach
person
it from
and
a
say what's going on with you, is there something wrong,
well, while you're having the conversation, nothing is wrong. I'm fine. I am well, and maybe at the end of the breakfast hour, I will
well,
reach
we
out.
don't know that, and so which is why I would say don't approach it with a preconceived notion.
we have to ensure that whatever it is, Curly Karen, we are together on the same page.
We
You
are,
know,
we are.
we
But
are.
as we get up to news time, I just want to remind our viewers and the listeners that today is actually World Radiography Day.
Wow. On that note, do we have something on where we are radiography
Congratulations.
day today?
Yes, so today, the 8th of November, celebrated every year World Radiography Day. And of course, here in the Cayman Islands, there will be an open day over at the HSA. So if you're in the Georgetown area, I believe they start at 8 until 4. You'll get a chance to meet the persons in the radiology department, get a chance to see and get a little bit more exposure to what is involved in radiography. So today is celebrated as World Radiography Day. It's not World Blood Day.
Of course, we are celebrating some birthdays as well today, and later on, after the news, we'll tap into some of those birthday celebrations as well.
Okay, so
So, what is this happening today apart from? Wait, so are we going to get something on radiography day today?
let's see what's else is celebrated today on the national calendar.
Because because I believe that today being such an important day, somebody could go out and get what, like an ultrasound or something. Ultrasound is a scan. Does CT scans are also a part of the whole thing?
Yeah, all imaging. But
All
I have
imaging.
to vet the days before I share the days because historically speaking, yesterday I shared a day, and that day when I shared what celebrated, it impacted a member of our team. So I will be unnamed. Me throw the card, I will never call no phone. I will not call the person will remain nameless, but
Well,
this
all right,
was
fine.
potentially impacted by the celebrations yesterday. So I will vet the day before sharing the day. So
If you're gonna go back into that vetting conversation and vetting the days, well, I'll ask the question. Is it something that women are men? You see, I'm gonna go with this one now. I'm gonna go with it. Since you made mention of it, and you're looking for what they celebrated today, and we're reiterating a little bit about yesterday's turning events where this lady came up with the idea that they're going to put a day in place when men go in the kitchen. Now, I'm asking the question, right? And you must also wear an apron. And of course, maybe you don't have to wear it. But in a little while, you must wear it. So I'm just looking at the whole thing that when you start off with one thing, the next thing you know, you have to wear a complete dress because you're in the kitchen now, right? But I'm just saying, is it something in the 21st century with our
Well,
modern,
I would just weigh in on
with our modern women?
just to say one
I
small
want to ask
point.
this. I want to ask
Just
this.
one small point.
I want to ask this question. Is it something in our modern? I'm going to leave it there.
G,
In our modern day women, is it something that our modern
is
day
that
women should be able to cook?
I will say that there are some men whose appeal in an apron, and so women may have a total of their significant uh, other, their husbands. So that's the small point, and I would like to
May have missed.
contribute to that
I
conversation.
may have missed some of the points that you just made, Daily Karen. I may have missed some of the points you just made.
Oh, I was saying that there's some women who have very ulterior motive, well, have ulterior motives for having their husbands wear aprons because it increases their attractiveness. So it may not have anything at all to do with the outcome of their activity in the kitchen. But as I said, it may be just an appeal to them.
Uh, uh. All right, I would accept that some women do like to see their men in dresses. That's fine, no problem with that. I understand that. But for me,
And that's not what I said, sir.
sorry.
I said in the kitchen, in the kitchen, that there is a sense of appeal to see their husbands in the kitchen,
Well,
and they, I am sure, will be observing them in that regard. And as a result,
I said it
it
here.
becomes a totally different conversation.
I like how Coralie went slow so that you don't miss
Sorry?
a word. Coralie went slow so you can get it.
I was saying it here,
Use
Karen.
time.
I also have observed quite a few men as the women observe them, and I can tell you, yeah, it's a difficult thing to see those men who are wearing the dress at home. I'm telling you, it's difficult to see them in the public, and then they want to talk to me, and tell me how to be a man. It's
Use
difficult.
time.
So I would.
You would go to the news, right?
I know.
Again, my aim is really to share with you that there's another way of looking at it.
All right.
Time for the news. Time for the news.
That's
I am. All right. So I'm offended by the fact that I must wear an apron. I don't mind.
Did you hear that it's news time?
felt up.
Yes, let's get into the news.
I
Yes.
News time brought to you by Asai Ultrasound for all your ultrasound needs right here in the Grand Cayman Islands. And of course, for those who are listening, welcome. News time.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to News Headlines on Flashpoint Radio. This is November 8th. Beginning with the news, Cayman faces another series of delays after finding its first Mpox case. Cayman health officials have stepped up vigilance after the UK confirmed its first Mpox case. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Nick Gent reassures that there are currently no suspected or confirmed cases in the Cayman Islands for 2024. Dr. Gent emphasized that while there is no immediate risk, Cayman is prepared with a comprehensive response plan should the need arise. Residents are encouraged to stay informed on Mpox symptoms such as fever, rash, and swollen glands, and to seek medical advice if they've recently traveled to regions with active cases or had contact with diagnosed individuals. In Cayman Brac, cleanup begins after Tropical Storm Raphael. Residents of Cayman Brac have begun cleanup efforts after Tropical Storm Raphael passed through, leaving downed trees and power outages across the sister islands. While parts of Little Cayman remain without electricity, there are no reported injuries or serious structural damage. Power company crews are arriving to support restoration, with evacuation flights arranged for stranded visitors. Communication services remain intermittent as recovery efforts continue. Over in Jamaica, two bodies recovered after flooding from Raphael. In Luada's Vale, Jamaica, authorities have recovered two bodies from a vehicle swept away by floodwaters during Tropical Storm Raphael. The tragic discovery was made Thursday morning as flood levels subsided. Police confirmed the recovery, and it brings a somber reminder of the storm's impact across the region. Still in Jamaica, businessman charged in Westmoreland woman's murder. A serious incident in Westmoreland, Jamaica, as businessman Dwayne Anglin faces murder charges following the death of 29-year-old Sidonia Martin. Reports indicate that an altercation led to a fatal attack with a machete on November 3rd. Martin later succumbed to her injuries, sparking a full investigation by Jamaican authorities. Over in Antigua and Barbuda are reaching out to Scotland Yard to aid in the investigation of the murder of MP Asot Michael, found dead in his home earlier this week. Authorities are also examining the mysterious deaths of 16-year-old Jennifer Bridge and another woman. Attorney General Stedroy Benjamin confirmed ongoing discussions with Scotland Yard for further expertise. In Guyana, teen survives accident. In Guyana, a 15-year-old girl is in serious but stable condition after being struck by a lorry. The incident, which occurred in Grove East Bank, Demerara, was captured on video and has since gone viral. Quick actions by bystanders
bystanders helped save the teenager who was pulled out from beneath the vehicle. The driver is now in police custody as investigations continue. Those were your news headlines on Flashpoint Radio. Continue to stay tuned for more updates.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426.
Breakfast hour this morning. We are so happy to be here. So happy to be online with you this morning in the studio of Flashpoint. It's a wonderful Friday morning, but I used to be, I am still, do I have repeated presence last week? I think I'm the same person.
Where's the blonde? Where's the blonde lady, Elise? What's going on?
Mikey, you have to understand that we're in an age where it happens
So
just
let me.
like that. You have to get up. So we're living in an age where you can't be predictable.
So you're saying then because I'm listening to the conversation and I'm living in a time when everything is fake.
No, that's not what she said.
There's a bunch of fake people going around dressing up as somebody else, impersonating somebody else, and I am supposed to be involved with people like this who are just fake people, just making appearances that they are really not that person, but then they are appearing to be somebody else, and it's normal now.
Well, I wouldn't say fake because her adornment was real. No, I'm just saying that the options that are available, they're all real options.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're living
that's what I know.
in an age where everything is fast paced.
So you're saying to me,
Again, if it's a matter of cooking the man to celebrate the day as his wife would want him to, he can go and get some fast food. So everything is very fast paced nowadays. And so she can blonde one moment and the next moment she can be wearing her locks.
and it even get it, and it even make it.
So you can't predict.
For me, it even bothered me, and it's even worse, lady. I call it
You have to
correct.
take it for what it is.
What bothers me even more with
Try
that
not
conversation a while ago was that
to judge.
you don't. Here's what bothered me even more with the
You look
conversation.
perplexed.
No, I know I am very perplexed. Here's what bothered me even further: that you don't have to only if he cooks at home. He has to wear the apron all the way to the place to buy the fast food that everybody should see him and then come back. That's just it gets worse. So I mean every scenario seemed to be going in a different direction. But to say this is not the least. Here is a complex situation with guys, and I mean, I'm talking from a man's perspective. I don't know about women. If some guy dress up as what you expect from a man. But here's a society that is talking about they want real men, and of course there's not many real men around. But then how could this bunch of women who have been false, every part of them falls, every piece, I think, if the eyelash falls, even the teeth, everything falls, the bottom falls, everything falls, everything false, right? And then now I am supposed to now be a real man to a fake false woman who have no, in fact, you know how false it gets? That now we have to wonder if this woman is a woman and how long has this woman been a woman? Because it could just be a woman for just 1 week or maybe a month. You're lucky enough, you might get one that is probably 2 years a woman already, and then you don't know, right? So, but I just said it's a fast-paced world, and I'm as a man in 2024. I am just bear with me. Yeah, I'm finished. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get used to the idea. So please, bear with me, please. Bear with me. Bear with me. I may not be there yet, but I know that I'm not hopeless. Please bear with me.
Agree. You're not there yet. You're not there yet, and that's okay. That's the first stage of acceptance.
Yes.
You're accepting that you're not there yet. That's okay.
I'm not there yet. I'm really not there yet.
We'll help you through the.
Well, all right. I'm all here for the help.
Well, on another note, because time is rushing by so quickly, the news, and there are so many things happening.
Well, what came out of the news for me this morning is that there's a lady that has probably lost her life somewhere along the line there, and from domestic violence, and we're condemning that very much because it is not something that it's too prevalent. It's too much wicked and evil in that segment. I mean, if I'm saying this, if you see that this thing is not working out for you, walk away and leave it, man. If you can't manage it anymore, just walk away, man. Yeah, I mean that's my thing. That's me, because you can't fix it. It may have conversation and it can't work out, and there's something else but just leave it. Walk away, man. There is 8 billion people on this planet, brother. Sister. 8 billion on this planet. Believe me. It's a difficult sell, but that's what jumped out at me. It bothered me to hear that, because
and that's a sad part.
Yeah, bothered me.
Part about it, because we're alone yet to manage us, and so I wonder if it is a level of maturity, because when you get to a certain point, you would know enough about yourself to know what triggers you. And the next step would be, once you start seeing and hearing the things that triggers you, to be able to be adult enough to move away from it, to walk away from it. And I think, that's the sad part about it, that we haven't gotten to the point where we can self-preservation, because the truth is, this person, having allowed his anger to get the better of him, is now in a cell. Is that really worth it? What is it worth proving your points to that length, and so he's now having to deal with the repercussions of not having walked away, and that's the sad part about it. And in everything that we do, and we need to
You have to balance that.
Be aware of self.
You have to measure that.
Is what I would take away from it, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you need to be responsible and accountable for what you did.
Yeah.
And what better way to do it than to say, well, I'm accounting for the issue, the things that trigger me, and having an awareness of it and moving away from any situation that would get me so enraged that I lose myself, literally.
There is what you call the act of insanity, and you there are times when I can tell you that when anger takes place, and this is something that I can attest to, that I become so angry. In the past, I remember this, that I don't remember what I'm going to do next. I didn't even know what I did. Happened to me, right? So I saw that thing and I said to myself, no, I can't allow myself to be senseless like that. That's ridiculous, you know? And so, having said that, I realize that when somebody talks about anger, I know what is actually happening to them. It is the ability to stop yourself before the situation happens. But then there are situations that it becomes fluid. It happens now, and your reaction is what it is, right? And if you're not talking to yourself early enough, in fact, these are not things that some things you can't just expect. There are some things that you just can't expect, because you know the old man and woman story is not one versus man versus woman. It is a woman acting on the same way. I see raging women who, when they, and usually domestic things, maybe saw her husband or boyfriend or whatever with another woman, and the level of rage that she got into, that even her clothes is ripped off completely, naked in the streets, right? I've seen these things. So it's not something that I am not mindful of, because I have seen it with my very eyes. I've experienced it in a way for myself, these things. So I'm not trying to sympathize with the person who did a wicked thing, but I'm saying that sometimes that insanity exists in all of us at some levels, and if not controlled or tempered, we may act in similar ways if given similar circumstances. I'm just saying that it is possible, but not excusing what the individual did. And we should be mindful, I would say, more about ourselves, and like you said, be more aware of who we are and how we should behave, or train ourselves a little better. I think there must be something that we need to do, as human beings, we are so fragile and impulsive,
That's very sad, because you have now two families.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that one act, and I mean, I'm not speaking of it in isolation,
right,
has now impacted a whole community.
Right.
The female's family, his family, the entire network that they would have been associated with. And
mm-hmm. Yes. What is mpox? You mean more vaccines? We're not doing no more vaccines. Well, I'm not doing no more vaccines. Sorry, guys. I am staying away from some of this stuff that's coming next. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm speaking for myself. I am personally skeptical of some of the things that are coming out. It's like here's a new computer for you. Nobody have seen a computer in their life. Never seen one. But the stupid thing have a disease called virus. Where did it come from? and then somebody actually have a virus protector,
Antivirus. Yes.
antivirus. Who came up with that? The very same person who make the virus.
Well,
Him selling virus. So, it bothers me because I know this concept in my mind. When I hear these things coming up, who's benefiting from these cells and these things that are happening to human beings? We have been very disingenuous to each other and heartless. I want to say heartless. We are evil and wicked to one another. And it is bothering to see how we are mindless about what we do to just earn a little more, to earn another almighty dollar. It's troubling. I don't know. I don't know. It
well,
bothers me, man.
let's think about these things. Think it through. Think it through. Who really benefits and who comes up with the solution? The person who comes up with the problem? That's a thought. But as we go through the weekend, I just want to appraise our viewers and listeners. The community notice board. If you look on your screen right now, you'll see what's happening. Today will be the open house at HSA in honor of Radiography Day. So X-rays were discovered on this day, and of course the East End Crusade is still in full swing, and of course they go until the 16th. So they're nightly except on a Thursday night, and then of course Sabbath they begin at 9 p.m. for church service. King's SDA uh, are still in crusade mode as Elder Alberga Foster from Jamaica, Evangelist Foster, is here sharing the good news, the message for the power of faith gospel crusade with Pastor Hubert Wilkie by it's actually going to be at the King's SDA Church, but it is actually the Crusade of Ebenezer 17 at this church, and that's November 16 to December 7. And be reminded, Monday is a holiday. Is Monday? Yes, Monday is Remembrance Day. And of course, the veterans, those who gave their lives for their country, and they will be celebrated right here. The ceremony is going to be at 10:45 in Georgetown at the Cenotaph at MC. And then Pirates Week is celebrated here in the Cayman Islands. The celebrations start today, November 8th, and extend to the 16th. So there will be a street march, and there, of course, Cardinal Avenue is now the place that they have cordoned off, where they will be having a lot of the activities this week. So if there's anything happening in your neck of the woods, please be sure to let us know.
All right. Of course, yeah. Did we also have the Savannah SDA Church at the Winter Park on this? I think on the 16th.
Oh, let's
I think they will be also having their event on that day somewhere along the line. We were asked to make some announcement in that area as well.
share them
For
up. Let's share them up, Mikey G. Let's share them up.
okay,
Ready for an evening of inspiration as the Savannah Seventh day Adventist Church presents Sermon Through Music Revived. Join us at the Windsor Park Children's Playground on Friday, November 15. We start with free health checks at 6:30 p.m. Enjoy the marching band at 7:15 and experience uplifting music and Vespers at 7:30 p.m. Reconnect, revive, and be inspired. Hope to see you there.
all right, there you have it. Of course, the Savannah SDA Church, will be having a new experience for us. If we want to join that one, we can be a part of it.
So much happening. So much happening.
I don't know, for today's event, where I'm going through the motions. Well, news is still on my mind. So many things are happening around us. The weekend is coming up. Um, when we are finished with the weekend, what's going to be on the weekend for us? What do we intend to have from the weekend? For me, the Sabbath begins at sunset this evening. Of course, the open portal comes up. Of course, another special episode of the open portal will be up this evening. And, we want to give God thanks for these programs, that somebody can be benefiting from them. And for those who have joined us all week, I hope that the conversations were wholesome enough that you could have, taken away something. Of course, I know that you don't agree with all the things that are said. Sometimes that's fine. But then critically look at the things that are being said. And then if there are something that you may want to go back to, find them. It's quite possible, you might appreciate them afterwards. Like right now, yeah, we are just kind of like, in fact, we have stepped into a very big, what we did this morning was not a simple thing. It's like the illustrations this morning was about seeing your brothers and your sisters in the temple coming out. And then this person has now dressed, your sister now have green hair. She used to be on the choir and singing, and she had her nice, dressing, and what a Christian person would look like in a sense. But then now she has a green and she turned pink, and the first question is, what's going on with you? And so if that's an indication that something is going on with the person, what do we as individuals, as our Christian brothers do? Do we start to look at the green hair where them are weird, look at the red hair where them weird, or do you go in love and try to ascertain, not to tell the other people them about the gossiping story of one that, and then tell everybody what the person told you. Be Christian and be able to be trustworthy with the information that you would have been entrusted with, so that when somebody talk to you, they will be confident and that you are somebody who will be there for them in that moment, right? But people need to know that there are persons surrounding them that have their backs, and so we have to be that person. But then when you see your friend, your church sister turn up in some long claws and some long eyelashes and them green and yellow hair, you have to go and ask them. It's not just the style that's coming on. Your sister wasn't dressing like that all the time. I know her dress get a little shorter than usual, and it's the style change, right? So we have to just be mindful. And it's not to condemn, but we must be mindful that we now must know that something is happening on the inside of our sister. Look at it, we talk about sister so much. You come see your brother who was always in his suit because God believes in dressing. I believe that, my God, I am not believing, I'm sure of it. Because when he tells about this, oh, you should wear your dress, what it should be like, he actually tell you how you should do it. He was to be modestly dressed, right? But here's the thing about the God. The man coming to church, he was dressed all the time in his nice clad suit, wear maybe African print or whatever it is. I don't know, right? Or he wear a suit or a shirt and a tie. Or he just wear a shirt, but he dresses for his occasion to come to the temple of God. But a year, he's there for 10 years, and then in the 11th year, he has his underwear showing and baggy down pants, and he dropped down halfway to his bottom. I mean, come on. Would you be wondering what's going on, or wouldn't you want to talk to your brother a little bit and say, hey bro, what's going on with you? Wouldn't you want to know? Because there's clearly something happening here, right?
Clearly.
So we have to see that,
Listen, I really realize that we need more time for the breakfast hour.
Well, it's if for those who are just joining us for a time check, it is 8:32 in the AM, and we want to thank our listeners for coming on. I know CoraleeKaren have quite a bit to say right now on the matter, and I just stand by and just listen.
Hey, but before you go, I want to say congratulations to Dr. Richard Wiseman, who was the
Well, we want to say happy birthday to my niece, Shauna Kay, this morning. Yeah, Shauna Kay is celebrating one more day of birth this morning. And of course, we're trying to actually reach her and to find out whether or not she is, up and about. Possibly at work, I'm thinking, because, today's days, our young ladies must go to work. No.
Why you have to say it like that? You can't just say people, our young ladies have to go to work. Did you hear that, Coralie, Karen?
Did I say something wrong? I didn't say anything wrong. Did I say something wrong? You're supposed to go to work. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just saying what I'm looking at. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you have to be forgive. Forgive me if I'm making mistakes. Up to did I say that young women?
What
How
was the question you asked, Michael? If you said something wrong?
Yeah, did I say something that was disturbingly when I said that our young women must go to work and these things in these days, because earlier on in other days they didn't have to do this. They were taken care of by the men, and the guys would go out and work, and they would come in and take care of their women. But women, they don't want that anymore. So I mean, yeah, why not? Women are
Regarding
evolved,
things
right?
that triggers, and so in recognition, in being aware of.
I'm not here. I'm not. I'm getting. Sorry, ladies. Please let's just touch up the audio for CoraleeKaren. We need to get that point out right now, please. She's saying something that I missed. I missed the conversation just now.
Coralie, go again.
Please, please. Yes. Wait, I missed the statement a while ago that you made. I was not hearing it. I just wanted you to repeat what you just said. For our listeners and myself, benefit of myself.
By all means, I was sharing that having listened to your statement just now, I was immediately reminded of one that I made earlier, that when it helps you to know when to move away from a conversation. So I will do just that.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
You know what?
All right.
I need to play this birthday song.
Let's go happy birthday and celebrate. I'm not going to go no further with it because I see CoraleeKaren is not having any interest in that conversation. And we just, guys, we're leaving it right there. I'm not touching it anymore. I'm
All
done.
right, let's hear the birthday song.
Yes, happy birthday. I mean, if
I
she's
want,
at work, if Shauna K is at work this morning and she didn't get a chance to hear it, she will be able to, of course, Mikey, do you have to make sure that they hear it?
of course, yeah, she can go back to her the YouTube channel or to her Facebook and then get her birthday celebration. Once again, good morning to Shauna K. Happy birthday to you, my loving niece. I love you so much. I want to tell you, with all God's blessing in your life today, I wish you many, many more on your birthday. And of course, today be the best day of your life. And of course, you will have many more best days to come. Guess that's all for me.
That's all?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I'll call her later on and tell her more about it.
All right, so there you have it. That's breakfast hour for this morning. And so we're going to take you out of here. And we say thank you for joining us on the breakfast hour. So, any words from you, Corley, Karen, and Mikey G?
In the same order, of course. Well, let me go then, since CoraleeKaren may want to get some time to I don't know. Do you want to take it first, CoraleeKaren? No. All right. So I want to say good morning to our guests, our listeners this morning. Of course, so big shout out to all our VIPs listening. I want to say big up to our listeners in Saint Lucia this morning. Yeah. Big up all our St. Lucians across the Caribbean. And of course, we want to say good morning to our brand new subscribers right here on Flashpoint. Of course, for those who are subscribing to Flashpoint Media Ministry, of course, that's another arm of Flashpoint that is completely dedicated to the ministry arm of Flashpoint. I want person to go over there and search for Flashpoint Media Ministry, subscribe to it, of course, like, and of course, share, and hit the notification bell that every time we have a program that comes out, it will be something that will benefit to you. All right, so this morning, it was a great, lots of conversation. We made lots of statements on quite a few issues, topical issues. Of course, the U.S. Congress government has changed their government, and of course is about to change their government, and of course made new and has elected a new president. Of course, for the benefit of it, what I would say here this morning to our listeners and our viewers this morning is that we as Christians should stay a little bit out of the politics in terms of we shouldn't be caught up in it as much. And so we mustn't be the ones who try to steer the politics to the direction we want it to go, because this is a fear of God himself. Now, if there's a wicked king, God would have been interested in having that wicked king installed, because there's a part in the Bible that says sometimes when you wicked, God install a wicked person over you. Now, this is just something that we understand. And I'm not saying in retrospect that this is the case today. But I'm saying is that when we see elections going on as Christians, we shouldn't be on the pulpits preaching about it, for it, or against it. We should say that we are on God's side. And of course, whatever God's intention is for us, he will do as he wishes with the world today. So that's my take on it. And of course, that's what I would leave our listeners and our viewers with this morning. CoraleeKaren.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just want to wish all our viewers, all our listeners a fantastic Friday. Another opportunity to experience today, not tomorrow, not the next day. He allows us to experience today. And so my encouragement to us is, be kind to your neighbor, smile more, because you never know what that small gesture will do for somebody else. So have a fantastic day and be kind.
Well said, Coralie Karen. Be kind. Be kind to someone today. And of course, we have to take you out of here with our Optimist's Creed. And today we say, promise
Flashpoint and a great weekend.
Of course, remember that today is All Gospel Friday. Continue to listen to Flashpoint on radio on flashpointmedia.ky. Of course, get some great content. Of course, lots of lovely music. And of course, some great content in terms of conversations that you may want to hear. And of course, some uplifting music for you for the rest of your day. Of course, it is preparation day for those who understand what Sabbath actually means. And of course, this evening comes up at 6:30, the open portal right here on Flashpoint.
There you have it.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further, away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries, we'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside.